DLC review. I'm going to give you the stats of the crossbow, I'm going to give you the review of the maps, the whole DLC in general, and I'm going to give you my opinion on scavenger mode, because that mode is a little bit different from what we've seen from the other DLCs. I'm going to give you the stats on the crossbow bolts. First of all, the normal bolt. Up close it does 100 damage and it drops off to 60 damage. It has a drop off start at 20 meters and a drop off stop at 50 meters. It flies at 100 meters a second and has a very hard bullet drop. You can almost not predict where that bullet is going. Then my favorite, the pellets bolt. It does 80 damage up close and its drop offs to 56 damage. Drop off starts at 20 meters, the drop off stops at 70 meters, it flies at 200 meters a second and has almost no bullet drop. You think you have actually a bolt action sniper. Then you have the explosive bolt. It does 115 explosive damage in a radius of half a meter, so you have to be very accurate to actually hit someone with it. You can better be on target, because if you're not on target it's very hard. It has a very high bullet drop, and it's good against light armored vehicles and choppers, because if you use it on a tank, it's almost it's maybe 17 damage on the front or something. It's 7 and 17 on the rear. Then you have the scan bolt. It does 10 damage, so actually don't try to hit anyone with it. It scans in a radius of 10 meters all the enemies, and it has a bullet drop of the normal bolt. Then the multipliers. In the head you do 2 times the damage, in the upper body you do 1.25 time the damage. That means that you can one-shot someone with a balance bolt from 20 meters in the upper body and in the head. With the normal bolt you can do it in the lower body because it's a 1.0 multiplier, so it's better up close. But then you have the feet is 0.9, so no one-shot kill potential for any bolt except the explosive bolt. But yeah, it's just the explosive damage that does it all over there. I suggest always using the scoped crossbow on the assault class, the engineer class and the support class, but use the normal version on the recon class. But I suggest never use the crossbow on the engineer class because the RPG is way better than the crossbow, so never switch that in. But on the support class is very useful because you have C4 and claymores, but those things aren't so useful. So yeah, the best thing is actually the support class. I really like it. You can snipe people. It normally has no range, but now you can really do some damage with the support class, so try it out. The new fun game mode is scavenger game mode. You find weapons along the map. You have to start with a pistol. You can choose that one for free. You can also choose an ability like sprint or squad ammo. I should suggest always run with frag grenades because they have the most impact, and at least you have then one thing in ammo more. But yeah, it's really come down to your preference. If you like run and gunning, it's really a run and gun style game mode, but it's really fun actually. In the middle of the map is also an ammo crate which refills your ammo full, actually, not 2 magazines like you would get from finding a weapon. But yeah, the weapons are scattered along the map in 3 different tiers. The first tier of weapons are PDWs, most of the time with a laser sight, but they never have extended mags, which is unfortunately, because that's why they are worse than the shotguns, which are tier 2. But why they also have the ASFL, but why it's tier 1 I don't know, because that gun is really good. It's almost as good as some assault rifles, so I suggest it as a tier 2 or maybe even as a tier 3, because that gun is really good and you find it a lot on the battlefield. So maybe DICE needs to revisit that. Then you have the tier 2s, like I said, that's our shotguns and some sniper rifles, which are quite useful actually, because if you face someone with a pistol, yeah, sniper versus pistol, sniper is going to win anytime. Then you got the tier 3s, which are the carbines, the light machine guns and the assault rifles. Yeah, the best weapon actually is the AK-74. Maybe you're going to ask, what the fuck, Wally, what are you saying? Is that really the best gun? Yeah, when other people are using weaker guns, that gun is actually very good because it's very accurate. You can also find the MTAR, which is great because it has the best setup with a foregrip and a laser sight. You can also find the G53 with a laser sight and a suppressor. Say what? Yeah, with a suppressor and a laser sight, it's a setup you can't actually use, but in this game mode it is, so I hope you pick it up and try it out because it's actually very good. And yeah, the machine guns are actually also very good in this game, because you can find them and they have a lot of ammo, so you're going to outgun all those guys with this pistol very easily because you can suppress them, and yeah, you're just better. But overall I really like these maps of Scavenger. Only at Azari Palace you have to be aware of your cover because there isn't so much cover as you think there is, so I really say watch out for some open moments. The Aftermath DLC brings some very good maps to the game. They are not too linear and not too choke pointy, but they have a lot of cover, maybe even too much because you can get stuck on some things in the game. But I really like the maps. The Monolith map is really my favorite with the high storage. Can be difficult to jump to the things, but it's really fun. Then you got the Tala Market, which is really good. Epicenter is really good, and yeah, the other one is actually also pretty good. So the maps are pretty good. You can play recon, sniping everybody, and it works. You can play support, bipod up, it works. You can play very aggressive with assault and engineer, and it works pretty well. Good. You can even use PDWs, which work actually pretty good on this map. So yeah, they are very well balanced, this map. So congrats to DICE, which they did actually pretty good. Yeah, and overall I really like this DLC. If you didn't buy it, directly buy it. If you like to play with me, ask me, because I'm going to play this DLC a lot in a couple of days that are going to come. I'm also going to give you some PlanetSide 2 gameplay if you really want that. But yeah, after all, the Aftermath DLC is pretty good. I like it. There are also not so many scripted maps, like which was very much the case in the Garkent DLC. Like it was the best DLC so far. Maybe even Aftermath is better. But there were like 15 the same buildings in one map, and this one I counted 3 of that particular building. You all know it in the game. It's pretty common in the game, that particular building, but that they did really good. They added some new buildings to the game, and I really like that. Also the sneak ways are very well hidden. I also found I think 13 on one map, which is good, but I said there were more, so I'm going to try to find them all for you, and when I do, I'm going to make a video where to find all sneak ways and how to flank the enemy the best way in this DLC. But if you did and you liked the video, please subscribe and please leave a like, and as always,